Hey, what's up? My name's Dusty Rich. Dusty Rich is my name. I am a South African-born human being on Earth, born on Earth. So far, that's all I know. I haven't been in touch with my people on the other planets yet, so I cannot confirm nor deny that I am from this planet. But I assume, being that I've got some records, that I am born in Durban, South Africa, but currently I am living and loving in Brisbane, Australia. East Coast, baby! Fucking East Coast. East. Let me do it with this hand. Alphabetically correct. East Coast. I got into comedy via a chain email. No, I got into comedy where I started comedy in Durban, South Africa. There was no such thing. I saw this dude perform comedy, and I had seen comedy on the television. We have television in South Africa, and I didn't understand how that was the same thing, and I thought I wanted to be a comedian after seeing Jim Carrey. That's his middle name, by the way. A lot of people don't know that, but it's Jim Carrey. I don't know how I spell his middle name. It's Canadian. I just wanted to be like Jim Carrey. That's all I ever wanted to do. And then stand-up comedy, I followed that tract. I followed that dream. I grew up in Living Color. I don't know if you remember that old show. And I just wanted to do that shit. And so I just did everything I could in my power to try and do that. And Durban, South Africa, didn't have a comedy scene when I began, but me and a few mates, we made one. We fucking made one. Yeah, that's how I got into it. It wasn't a thing, and then I made it a thing. Before I was a stand-up comedian, and during when I started, I was a tattoo artist. I started tattooing about 6 years before that. And yeah, I quit tattooing about 8 years in to pursue comedy full time. But I was a tattoo artist. Before that, I worked in advertising studios. I started working when I was 16. Left home when I was 16. Got a job because I thought I could bring myself up better than my parents could. Turns out that I couldn't. Fucked up a lot. Got involved in a lot of narcotics. Illegal pharmaceuticals. We don't know who runs that deal. We don't know who supplies the dealers with the pharmaceuticals. Might be big business. We don't know. But yeah, got involved with some narcotics. Spent some time in a few other countries. And yeah. What was the question? My first gig was at a club called... Fuck, what was it called? It was in a suburb in Durban called Umbilo in Durban, and it was the Winston. It was called the Winston in Umbilo. It was my first ever performance. It's just a 5-minute spot. Best part about being a comedian is being in control of your own destiny, and that's either a good thing or a fucking bad thing. Don't know if I'm allowed to swear. Am I allowed to swear? I'll try and keep it down. You're in control of your own destiny, and that is a good thing or a bad thing. It's like an artist, right? You start the beginning of the month, and you got 31 days to make that Telstra payment. You got 31 days to make that electricity payment. So you start. It's scary, but it's freedom. It's true freedom. Comedy is true freedom. It's difficult, and it's scary, and it's amazing, and it is also a lot of other adjectives that I can't think of right now. But best thing about comedy is the freedom, and that's not necessarily a good thing, right? Some of you out there who done some studying to know what to do in all situations, and then all of a sudden, the end of the month rolls around, and your numbers in your bank account just get up to what they usually are. Sounds nice. How about you paint your salary on that empty canvas? Excuse me for the metaphor. I've never bombed. Can I tell you of a night I bombed really badly? I actually bombed recently, and all comics will say that a bomb is always around the corner. Now, when we talk about bombing, if you're not in the comedic world, bombing is a term for when you do poorly on stage. You had great aspirations to make everyone in the room laugh, and then those aspirations were dashed by your self-confidence. I performed in a little town down on the north coast of New South Wales, and I didn't read the room. I tried my own shit, went down a tact, and then kept going down that tact until I figured out, oh shit, I'm doing the wrong thing, and then saved the gig at the end. But yeah, bombing, I don't think ever. I've never bombed an entire performance because I've been blessed by all the gods, every single one, Greek, Roman, Arabic, Chinese, Taoist, Christian. I'm blessed by all the gods, every single god, and all of them are correct and right. And they blessed me with the ability to read a room. Sometimes it takes me a little bit of while to figure out what the room is, so I would bomb for a portion of the performance. No one's infallible, no one, not a single human being that is a comedian. But yeah, that was a pretty memorable, a memorable performance, or lack thereof. Comedy is changing my career. How is comedy changing my career? It's changed incredibly, because obviously I had a career in South Africa that I developed out of nowhere, then performed for one of the biggest South African comedians ever, Trevor Noah, performed as a support act, and then I fucking left the country and started again in a new country. So it's constantly changing. It's just, yeah, it's in flux. It's constantly in flux. I am but a rowboat on a stormy ocean. And that stormy ocean is comedy. I never know if I'm on the peak or the trough. I don't know. It's all changing all the time. Comedy is constantly changing. With this country's politically correct, and South Africa's politically incorrect. And I don't know, man. But I choose not to change with the times. I choose to surf the big waves. Just, do my own thing. Fuck the change. I am the change I want to see in the world. I think I'm going to make a poster for Instagram. Stand in front of a lake. Advice for people starting out in comedy. Don't do it, man. Stick to what you know, dude. Find some safety. No, 100% start comedy. Greatest thing in the world. But have some staying power, man. Have some staying power, because you don't know when and if you'll be good. I suppose there are some comics that I've seen that should have maybe quit comedy like 10 years ago. No, I don't know. Everyone, comedy's subjective. It's like art, man. It's like, one man's Picasso is another man's trash. You don't know. So just do what you do. The only thing I would suggest is tell your stories. Don't try and be the second best other comedian. Be the best you. Tell your stories. We want to hear different shit. We want to hear, and your stories are unique, even if you don't think so. They are unique because they're done by you, and you have a fingerprint. And you look at your finger and you put it against another person's finger, although that's awkward in a social situation, but it's different. So just tell your story. That's what we want to hear. We don't want to hear this other bullshit that you're like, shit. I'm back. Sorry, that was just a commercial break. Buy Mortine Target. Just tell us your stories. Originality. As original as you can be. Even if you're like, this is weird, then you're on the right path. If you're like, this is maybe too much, you're on the right path. Alright? So if you're new, you're starting out comedy, just be original. Be original. Next for me in comedy is I'm in my 10th year. I'm in my 10th year of stand-up, and in stand-up comedy, that's still considered as kind of a lightweight, if you will. It's kind of maybe not a lightweight, but like your midway or whatever the fuck. I don't know. Who knows what any of that means, success and all that bullshit. But I'm at a reevaluation stage, and also I'm fucking new in stand-up in this country. I'm three years old in this country, so yeah, just evaluating what I want to do. But I think I'm going online. I think for me, I'm going online. And what? Online? That's so fucking 2003. But yeah, I'm gonna go online. I'm gonna do some fucking online stuff. Start a podcast, start a stream, start 100 megabytes per second, get some floppy disks, get a dial-up modem, get a satellite, and other computer stuff. Get some Ethernet cables, connect the world together with my comedy. Yeah, I'm gonna go online. That's next for me in comedy. Online. DustyRich.com. Hey, just a reminder, if you've been watching this for as long as this and you've forgotten my name, it's me, Dusty Rich. Go to DustyRich.com for everything Dusty Rich. I've said Dusty Rich too many times. But also on Instagram, follow me at Dusty Rich. Damn it, there it is again. Just go check out my art as well. I'm also an artist, like a traditional artist, not like I'm an artist, like I actually paint. So go check that shit out as well, Dusty Rich Art. But thanks for watching, and get back to your regular scheduled scrolling. Hope you see a nude or whatever you kids look for on the internet. Nudes, send nudes, you boomers. Memes.